Welcome, everyone, to Better Deals and Money, or BDM for short. Thank you for joining us tonight. It's wonderful to see all of you here. Let's see who we have in the house. Welcome, Bukasa, Cecil, Charles, Christina, David, Dr. K. Glad to see you, Dr. K. Dr. K is just tearing it up out there, literally earning tens of thousands of dollars. Roosevelt Barnes, Shirley, Tim, Victor, welcome, welcome. The reason for this call is simple. We're here to introduce you to an idea that is transforming lives around the world, an idea someone cared enough to share with you. We're a private member club, invitation only, and we operate on a wealth principle that works 100% of the time. Give and it shall be given to you. Farmers understand this principle. They plant seeds, they reap a harvest. What many people don't realize is this same law applies to money. The wealthiest people in the world give strategically, not because they're good guys, but because they know the more they give, the more they will receive. They understand their return will always be multiplied. At BDM, we've built a community where this principle of sowing and reaping is applied to help every member bring their vision to life. Let me paint a picture using the Amish barn story. In Amish communities, generosity is a way of life. When a newlywed couple moves in with little money, one day a neighbor might knock on their door and say, "How would you like a barn?" Surprised, the couple replies, "We can't afford that right now." The neighbor smiles. No, you don't understand. You don't pay for it. We'll build it." The couple asks, "Well, how long will that take?" "Oh, one day." "One day, how much will it cost us?" "Can you make lunch for about 100 people?" And sure enough, 100 people show up with hammers, nails, and boards, and by sunset, the barn is standing. All the couple has to agree to is help build the next person's barn. Instead of barns, we're helping members fund visions, projects, and goals, and the tools are dollars, not nails. Your contribution helps another member. That money circulates through the community again and again, and the more you contribute and invite others, the greater your own harvest will be. Now here's the twist. Giving doesn't always mean more cash out of your pocket. Sometimes it's time, skill, or resources. Our pay it forward strategy lets you help someone start and positions you for rapid growth, often without spending more than you already have. Now, if you've ever thought, how can I give when I'm barely getting by? Well, tonight's presentation was designed for you. And let's start out by watching a short video.
The person who sent you this video is offering to pay $500 to put you in business. You might ask, what kind of business would even be worth looking at if it only costs $500? Stick with me for the next couple of minutes. You'll be glad you did. I'm John Austin. Welcome to Better Deals and Money, or BDM for short. We're a private membership club. No ads, no hype. We grow one invitation at a time, just like this one. Here's what makes BDM different. Real products, real member benefits, real ways to earn. You can earn commissions from product sales, raise funds through private crowdfunding clubs built on giving and receiving, or even earn without making a donation. But in this video, I'm going to focus on crowdfunding, the part that could seriously rock your world. And here's the real magic, our Pay It Forward system. It is designed to help everyone earn money from all three income streams in our compensation model. Imagine this. The person who invited you offers to pay your way into our $500 Elite Club when you join the matching 1x2 matrix and fast track plan. And here's how it works. You join our $500 1x2 matrix and our $500 fast track. Your sponsor will pay for your $500 Elite Club. You then pay it forward for others, helping them join, and you never lose money doing it. But you may lose sleep when you see how much money you earn. Look at how simple this is. Someone joins your $500 1x2 matrix and your $500 fast track. You pay $500 to put them in the elite club. You earn $400 from each of the 3 income streams for a total of $1,200. It cost you $500 to pay it forward, leaving you a net profit of $700. Second person earns you nothing, costs you $500 to pay it forward, you're still up $200 in profit. Third person, same cycle as before. You earn $1,200, cost you $500 to pay it forward, back to $900 ahead. Sound like a roller coaster? Hang tight, because you never lose money and you are building a business that can pay you millions. Pay it forward for 20 people, you're $5,200 in profit. But that's just the beginning. Now the real numbers kick in. With a conservative team average of just 4 members each, 62 people in your $500 elite club brings in $24,800. But truthfully, would you stop paying it forward for just 4 people when you're earning this kind of money? Not likely. What happens when you have 10 people who join? $99,200. Now take some of your profit and add the $1,000 level. As your team follows you, you're now at $297,600. And realistically, nobody stops until they get to the top. Join all of the levels. That skyrockets you to 12.2 million. I think you get the point. And no, it's not a perfect world. Not everybody will get 4 or more. But here's the thing. Some members bring in hundreds. And since it pays infinite levels deep, what happens if we add just one more level? You're knocking on the door of 25 million. And some legs will grow 100 levels deep and deeper. The numbers from here get way too crazy. So if that doesn't cause you to lose sleep, log into your dashboard and play with the income calculators. Now let's look at your second stream of income. But first, let me give a disclaimer. Numbers in the 1x2 matrix may vary due to team members growing at different rates. Eventually, you will pay it forward for 10 or more people. So let's start with 10 personals, and each of them paying it forward for 5 more. Your team grows. You cycle 5 times. You've earned $135,200. Want more? Take from your profit and join each of the other levels. As your team follows you, you're now at 16.6 million. And here's the thing. People don't wait until they earn thousands before leveling up. It happens faster than you think. Follow the system and millionaire status is no longer a dream. As your team average increases and grows to deeper levels, the numbers get crazy. Finally, take a quick look at your third stream of income, the fast track. The best part? You unlock all 3 income streams by building just one team. And since it's hard for me to imagine anybody paying less than 5 people into business with this kind of money being made. Let's start with 5 personals and an average of 5 through 5 levels. That would pay you $82,000. Join the $1,000 fast track, $246,000. Add $2,500, $656,000, add $5,000. That puts you at $1.4 million. We could keep going, but you get the point. This gives everyone a track to run on and a way to create legacy income in record time. No, it won't happen overnight, but show me any plan that does. It requires making a decision to do whatever it takes and then working at it every day until you get the results you are looking for. Cost to start? $1,000 with the help of your sponsor paying you forward. Cost for you to pay it forward for 10 people? Nothing. You actually come out ahead by paying 1/3 of the entry cost for each of your members, making generosity not only possible, but also profitable. We created BDM as a place where your giving becomes the gateway to riches. The core message here, you reap what you sow. You reap after you sow, and you reap more than you sow. Blessing others is your key to having everything your heart desires. Your financial future is finally in your hands, if you're ready to move. Grab your boots, lace them up, and get started now, because this could be your last best chance to build real wealth, live your dream, and leave a legacy. Thanks for watching. Hope to see you on the inside.
Now let's move to our why. The reason why we join, right? When you register, and we hope everybody who's here tonight that's new will consider doing that, we also hope that you know your why. And that could be paying off a mortgage, it could be retiring early, retiring your parents. It could be paying off college tuition for yourself or for your kids, whatever it may be. We encourage you to write that down. Now, writing something has the psychological, neurological, and even spiritual power that goes beyond simply thinking about it. Here are some key differences. Clarity versus cloudiness. Thinking thoughts can be slippery. They overlap, they fade, or get drowned out by distractions. Writing forces you to slow down and give shape to your thoughts. The act of choosing words organizes the abstract into something clear and concrete. Number two, engagement of the brain. Thinking mostly engages internal verbal processing, whereas writing activates more of the brain, language centers, motor activity, spatial awareness, and memory. This multisensory involvement makes what you write stick more deeply. Three, memory and retention. Thinking, a thought in your head can be forgotten in seconds. Writing it externalizes the thought. It creates a second brain on paper or screen. Written goals, plans, or prayers are proven to be recalled and acted upon at a far higher rate than those only thought about. Commitment and accountability. Thinking internal intentions are easy to dismiss. Writing creates a record. It's no longer vague. It's a commitment you can return to, measure, and hold yourself accountable to. And then there's a spiritual dimension. The Bible itself in Habakkuk 2:2 says, write the vision and make it plain, that he may run who reads it. Writing turns a desire into a vision, something you can see, declare, and align with faith. It shifts energy from imagination into manifestation. Emotional impact. Thinking can remain passive. Writing involves physical action and often stirs emotion. Writing affirmations, gratitude lists, or even struggles makes you feel them more deeply, and that emotional intensity fuels transformation. This is important because, again, it's your why. It's it. If you don't have a why, I think everybody has one. If you just spend a little time thinking about it, and I encourage you to do that because when you become very intentional, things line up in your favor. It's amazing when that happens, and they start falling like dominoes one after another when you stay very intentional and very focused on what that is. So, like I said in the beginning, whatever your number is to accomplish your why or finish your project, you can accomplish that on this platform. Let's briefly talk about enrolling new members. First, understand we don't recruit them. Recruiting is when you get someone to do something they don't want to do. Enrolling is getting someone to join because they're eager. They have taken the time to investigate and they see the same thing you saw, a way to change their own lives while helping others get their lives together. So, who are your prospects? People just like you. In fact, the fact that you're here even proves that. How do you approach others? Perhaps the same way someone approached you. Going forward, we'll have more discussions about how to approach someone, but you might say something like this: I've got an idea for you, and it's okay for you to say no. I've got an idea for you, and it's okay for you to say no. You see, that takes the pressure off and opens them up to take a look. Almost nobody will get offended, and that keeps everybody happy. And if you don't get attached to the outcome, you will not become upset when somebody says no. Now, this should be fun, and it will be fun when you experience yourself being helped and see other members, the ones you enroll, achieving their dreams as well. Before we open up for Q&A, let's take just a moment and show our new guests how to get started. Okay, when you enroll, you'll get a dashboard like this. The video we just watched can be found here under my websites. You have several different landing pages that you can send out to people to invite them to take a look. Have a getting started, fund your account, make a purchase. Okay, you can fund your account two ways, either with a credit card or with cryptocurrency. So let's first talk about credit card. Okay, credit card providers, they require an actual product in order to make it possible for to use their service. And so what we've done, we work with a vacation discount provider, and so we have several different vacation packages. And what we do is we give you an equal number of credits toward purchases inside of your dashboard. These credits can be used just like money anywhere inside of our system. They can't be spent somewhere else, but they can be used to transfer to other people to actually use for your own purchases. Let's say, whatever level you want to join at, you would just come and you can add multiple ones to your cart. So here we have $180 in the cart, and they do charge a service fee. You just come put your credit card information in and go ahead and check out. And that would put credits right here in your wallet. So you have a credit wallet and an e-wallet. From there, you would go to make a purchase. Let's say you're going to purchase one of the matrices, whatever one that is. So we just talked about the $500 one. You'd come here, click available, and then you would see I only have $200 in my wallet, so I'm going to have to add more money. So I can't make the purchase, but that's how it works. You're either going to purchase from your e-wallet, pay with crypto, or from your bonus credits that you just purchased, like I just showed you. So okay, make a purchase. You've got the different clubs right here. You've got the fast track. So I encourage you to spend some time in your dashboard here, get familiar with it, watch the different videos. We also have some marketing tools. You can check those out. We have the income calculators that you saw in the video, pay it forward calculator, fast track, 1x2, etc. All right. Well, let's go ahead and open it up for Q&A. Give me 1 second. All right, I see Dr. K already has his hand up. Can you unmute Dr. K? Can you click the unmute, Dr. K? Okay, well, while we're waiting for Dr. K, does anybody else have a question or comment? You should be able to see an unmute button there, Dr. K. Let me click here. This should send you a notice to. Okay, Tom, go ahead.
Yeah, John, has just curious, as I was reviewing it, and I'm just been on it for 24 hours.
Okay.
It seems to me to be as it relates to the regulatory agencies, uh, which I've been through over the last 30 years with these guys, and their mindset would look at this as a money game, even though you've got a product. Most money games have a product. Have you had this reviewed by the regulatory agencies at all?
Number one, regulatory agencies don't view programs and approve or disapprove of them.
No, no,
Uh,
they don't approve or disapprove, but they can, believe me, 30 years ago, I was the big guy in Herbalife, and they
mhm.
came in on us like nobody's business.
Yeah, I was there.
Yeah, okay. So, they can cause a lot of damage. And so I'm just wondering if they've had I mean, I don't get me wrong, John, I think it's a great program.
No, yeah,
But
you're just asking questions, and
right.
I fully I fully
Yeah.
understand it, and they're valid questions.
Yeah.
Truthfully, they are. So let's look at just a few things.
Okay.
Number one, we're a private member club, and so you have to be a member to be associated with us.
Right.
All of our donations are they're done by free will. In other words, there is no promise, and in a typical money game, there are promises. If you do this, you're going to get this.
Right.
We
Right.
have no promises. Okay.
Right.
Another thing we have to look at is the only time regulatory agencies come after you is when there's a lot of money involved.
Mhm.
Uh, and so they're not going to, they really don't care about you and me. And they don't really care about the people that are getting hurt in these. There might be a few who do, but by and large, what I'm saying is absolutely true.
Oh,
The
I
only
agree.
time they go after an organization is when there's a lot of money on the table and they can go in and take control of that.
Right.
So
Right.
here we don't have that issue because uh, we're not holding a lot of money.
Right.
People earn their commissions, they pull their commissions out, and right now they're pulling it out in cryptocurrency. And so there's just no money. There's no big money for them to come in and take, and
I,
and there's so many bigger fish out there that they are looking at that they can grab money from. That's where their focus is. Um, so there's many reasons why they're probably not going to look at us, and
okay.
we're just not worth their time.
Right.
But the fact that we are a private member club, gifting, the form of gifting that we're doing is totally legal. In fact, you could you could deduct a certain amount of that 20,000 or something a year from your income taxes if you want to.
Right.
But if I see what's happening, it looks like Trump's getting rid of the Internal Revenue Service, so that's no longer an issue
Right.
anyway.
Mhm.
And the regulations, I think, by and large, are going to take a 180-degree shift. It looks like it looks like Trump is pro-business, wants people, to actually earn money,
Right.
whereas previous administrations really didn't want the average person to make any money.
Right. Right. Yeah, I agree. I agree. Let me ask you this, John.
Sure.
Here is the concept that I'm looking at. Tell me if I'm on base or way off base, or in your
Okay.
opinion will never work. I'm looking at the $10 fee.
Hmm.
Okay. And I'm looking at saying, all right, you go down 10 levels. Is it four levels or five levels? Is it is
What
that
what do you what do you mean? How many levels deep does it go?
yeah.
It goes infinite levels deep.
Wait a minute, one second. Maybe I'm getting confused here then. Um, all right.
Okay, which one do you want to look at? I'll pull up the income calculator.
The $10 one?
Okay. So we have three $10 ones. We have this one here.
Okay, that's the one.
Okay.
Yeah, now here's what I'm thinking of, John. Okay. Um, I mean, $10 if it goes down, refer personal referrals for.
For
Okay. All right.
average
And
team,
yeah,
you want to go
right.
for?
And that would, yeah. Well, no, no. I'm just saying, if I understand it right, I might not understand it. The $10 will give you 496 dollars. Is that it? 400 and some
Well,
odd
it
dollars.
depends. It depends. Yeah, right there.
Where, yeah.
$496.
Okay. Okay. Here's my theory. Here's my thinking. Okay. I will fund the entire levels. I will fund the whole thing with my group of people, and I'll tell them here. I'm gonna give you $496. I'm gonna fund you the whole thing. Okay, and I'm not going to explain anything else to you. I want you within a period of time, and we'll do this within 24 hours. You know, if what I'm telling you is possible, that you made $496 by me funding your whole lineage, okay, then let me go into explaining how we can make two, three, four, five, $6 million, because that's what my guys are looking at.
Okay.
And is that reasonable?
If you've got the money to do it and you've got people that will duplicate, uh,
They'll duplicate, because my people that'll do it also have a lot of money, and
yeah,
they don't need to get into things to make money, but they like things like this. I mean,
sure.
they made their money through other means, not so much through networking, but
Hmm.
through other areas. And but my thinking is the fact that as I looked at this program, there is a lot of moving parts, and that confuses the
Yeah,
thing, and that's the one thing. If you remember, John, years ago with Herbalife, it was 5%, three levels down. It was very simple
yeah.
on your product. I mean that's pretty simple. You just get a carload of products. That's all. And but this has an awful lot of moving parts,
Hmm.
and the average guy just won't comprehend it the way I look at it. So I'm saying, okay, let me work with you and have you understand it, but let me first of all make you around $500 a week, and we'll make that every week. We'll do it. We'll have you come back in every week. We'll just do it every week. $400 to a lot of people, to the masses, is a lot of money,
Hmm.
especially if you do it every week. And then we'll go on to the 20, 30, 100, and 500, and so forth.
Yeah. Well, I've actually been thinking. In fact, I got up at midnight today uh, with this very thought in mind,
Oh,
is to simplify this.
yeah, good.
Because it is truly the most beautiful plan that's ever been created. But it's like you say, uh, if there's any confusion, then and people don't know what to do, then they don't do something. They don't do anything.
That's right.
So give me a week. Give me a week because I've got some ideas. I actually got on with my programmer at same right after I got up midnight. He was still up working. Um, but yeah, I've got an idea how we can simplify this and make it probably yeah, much easier to understand.
Okay, that's fine, because I think that's where, at least uh, for the for the masses, I should say. I mean, that's where I think it has to be. Just very, very simple.
Mhm.
And if they're making money, they're going to listen. If you can tell them you can make more money, they're going to listen to you.
Of course, yeah, it's
Yeah,
what we know is most of the millionaires in this industry started out to earn $300 to $500 a month, and when that happened, then they could see how they could go beyond that.
that's right.
And so, if you get people earning, like you said, $500, that makes a difference in somebody's budget, especially if it's coming in weekly.
That's right. That's right. So, okay, well, that's good. I'm glad you shared that with me.
Yeah.
That's
Well,
great.
I appreciate your input, and same with everybody. You know, this is a family. This is a community. You know, this isn't about me. I've got no stake in it. I did this to help, not to, not to take away.
Right.
Yeah.
You can always uh, let me ask you, John, how many people are on the call?
Right now, so we've only got about 15 people, so we're still small. We're still
Yeah,
young.
yeah, right. But that's as you and I know, you got to have a lot of people on the call,
Yeah.
and and that's when we used to do our calls, and this was before the internet and all the other stuff, as you know, 30 years ago with Herbalife. Um, uh, we wanted to get a group of people on the call, so we had incentives and everything to the people on the call because if they listen to the people like myself or people that were better and much better than than I was, the 80-20 rule will never change.
Hmm. Yeah.
you know so
Well,
I
and here's the thing too, Tom, is, we'd like to have more presenters so that we could have more calls and more times for the calls, so we can accommodate a lot more people. We've got people, in the Philippines, we've got people in Australia, we've got people in,
uh,
Africa,
good.
all around. So, if we could increase the number of presenters and the number of times that these calls are made, obviously, then we would start growing much faster.
Yeah, I agree. Well, I'm happy to help you wherever I can. I do a lot of traveling, and I live in Florida, and so
Hmm.
we don't have the we have the nice weather down here. So
Hmm.
uh, you know, but I'm happy to help
Sure.
wherever I
Who
can
who
be.
invited you, Tom?
Shirley York, she and I have been friends for years.
Okay,
Yeah, yeah.
wonderful.
She is. Well, I'm basically in Land O'Lakes. It's a sub. It's just north of Tampa and everything. We're in a private gated area, and Shirley is up in. She's in. Where are you, Shirley? I forget where Shirley is. She's and that's something. She's a little bit north of us.
I'm in
Up.
Lakeland.
Yeah, that's, you're up in Lakeland. What am I thinking of? Yeah, that's right. I got
Wonderful.
I'm in the best place.
it. Oh,
Well, welcome to both of you. It's
thank you.
great to have new leaders coming on.
Yeah,
We
well,
are workers. We
yeah,
work hard.
That's great. Yeah.
I think you got a great program, and if we can help, we're happy uh, to uh, to help you.
Okay. Well, I appreciate that. I'll certainly use you. All right, Dr. K, are you back yet? Are you able to unmute? Obviously, he's having.
Hello.
There we go.
Yeah.
Go ahead,
Can we
Dr.
hear
K.
me?
We can.
Thank you. Thank you, John. Amazing legend, guys, gentlemen, ladies and gentlemen. John is a incredible integrity, ethics, and he say it the way it is. Try not to reinvent the wheel. I'm putting 250 people at $500, and we are almost more than half finished. And I just keep adding names, and he's uh, putting them in, and I don't discuss anything with him. He tells me right, I turn right, turn left, go straight, I go straight. So, John, I appreciate you. I cannot thank you enough, man. You are an incredible legend. You're you're gonna stay in the history books for generations to come. So, with that being said, thank you, gentlemen. Thank you, ladies. And thank you, John Austin, for everything you are doing. I am just getting a new boat. I bought a boat, 32-foot Bayliner, because of John. I will pull it with my RV, and then we're gonna continue the legend with John until the end of this opportunity. Then we go enjoy the rest of our life. John, thank you very much. Appreciate you, my friend. All the best.
Thanks for those kind words, Dr. K.
You're
Okay,
welcome.
Michael Johnson.
Yeah, can you
This
hear me,
is
John?
what she
Go ahead.
wants.
Go ahead. Yeah.
Can you hear me?
Hmm.
Okay. I just wanted to respond to Tom's concern about, you said it's complicated, but in reality, it's basically just 80% of whatever level the person contributes. Uh, and I think he mentioned it was 3% in Herbalife, and with BDM, it's 80%, regardless whether you come in at the $10 level or at the $1,000 level or the $20,000 level. It's
Okay, what do
basically
you mean?
80%.
What do you mean by that, John? Explain what you mean.
Okay, if someone contributes $10, your commission is $8. That's
Right.
80%.
Right.
If someone contributes $100, you get $80. $1,000, you get $800.
Right.
It's 80% across the board.
Right.
And, you know, other than that, there's three income streams, the 1x2 and the fast track and the unilevel. But they all work the same. They all pay the same 80%.
But here, that's not what I'm referring to. Okay. Yeah, I know it's an 80% rule. I understand that. But the thing that I'm looking at is that the $496. Okay. The fact that you make 80 on a $10 investment, you make $8 is, that doesn't attract anybody. What attracts people is the fact on a small amount of group of people that you're getting in, if you can make just under $500, that's a lot of money if you can do it every week to a lot of people. So
Hmm.
it's not that what you're personally making, it's what your group is making. And if you have a small group, I mean, in Herbalife, I had over 100,000 people in my organization, and even though we made tremendous money, it took I traveled and I spent 50% of everything I did. I went to Australia, I went to Czech Republic, I was all over the world. Well, I mean, I spent way over 50% of what I made, on traveling, and here it's an entire, the way I look at it, it's entirely different, different animal,
Hmm.
and the if under $500 a week, it gets people excited.
Absolutely.
Hello,
Yeah.
John. This is James Cottingham. How you doing?
Hey,
Good.
James. Doing great.
Hey, great, good, good. If I could jump in real quick because
Sure.
I had a meeting with Shirley and Tom last night. How you guys doing, Tom and Shirley?
Great.
We're
Super.
fine.
Great.
Thanks,
Yeah,
James.
yeah. So I had a meeting with them last night, and I went over everything with them. And I think the biggest thing is when all of us, like I told Tom, when we came into the program. A lot of us say, wow, this is a lot. It's kind of confusing. The thing about it, this thing has many different facets and there's different aspects. But what we had to do which didn't take long, like I was telling Tom, is that it's very, very simple. I'm agreeing with Michael. The reason why I can say it's simple now, because I took time. If I would have just jumped on the call and looked at this thing, it would be very, very complicated, like Tom is saying.
Right.
But that's why you have so many videos back there that you broke it down to where we can understand what was going on. This is a dynamite program. And there's four comp plans. To me, you got three, but we do have the travel club and the charity club. To me, that's another one because that
Hmm.
is a residual every month. Okay.
Right.
Now, that part of it, John, if you didn't have anything else, but that part right there, the residual that pays infinity wide, infinity deep, 10 on each one, I would just sign up on that alone.
That's
Okay.
right. I would
That's
agree with
just
you,
me.
James.
Hmm.
You see what I'm saying? Just on that alone. But the thing is, since there's four aspects of the comp plan, and if you get on a call and you only, like I went over basically the unilevel and I showed them certain things on there. I didn't really get into the one by two or the other part of it because I knew it would be more confusing. But I just stuck with the unilevel and I showed them if they brought in 90 people, if they have 93 people in their matrix, I'm sorry, in their downline, in their unit level, how much they could make. And if you cut that in half, how much you would make with 47 people. So I stuck with that. So if po possible, Tom, still, I would like to get with you and Shirley and just show you the simplicity of how this program, it really is like Michael is saying. You
Yeah.
know, you got 16 plans, and I would just stick. I understand what you're saying, coming in, making $400 a week for every person. But like you, Tom, everybody don't have 100,000 people. That's going to take leverage to
Right.
have that to be consistent. You understand what I'm saying?
Oh,
It's
yeah.
going to take leverage. And the average person, if they're sponsoring two people a month, it's not going to work the way that you're saying for everybody. It could work for you. You see what I'm saying?
Right.
So if you got the average 80% of the people that's only sponsoring five people every 2 months, it's not going to work for them.
Right.
What works for me, and John, know I've mentioned this, but I know John is a busy guy. He's got a lot on the table, and I think he's done an excellent job with this program. And I think a lot of people do because we understand it. You see what I'm saying?
Right.
But to me, if I was to get started in this program, the first thing that I would do is to get people on the charity and the travel club because you know why? It's residual. It's something that's coming in every month. You got upfront money coming in. So if they don't sponsor three people that month or five people that month, and they got 25 people, they got $700, $800 coming in, regardless. You see what I'm saying? If they
Right.
don't have that momentum working. You know, I've been in network marketing for over 35 years too. The first time I came into network marketing is when I was in college on the football team. That was in 76. The first program I heard about was Amway. So the coach's wife introduced Amway to all the football players because we're on scholarship. It didn't make a whole lot of money. But anyway, leverage has a lot to do with this when you're dealing with the unilevel and all of these other two plans. But when you have a residual, whether you sponsor somebody that week or that month or whatever, and you got $1,200 or 1,500 or 2,000 or 3,000, that's a cushion for a lot of people. And it's going to
I
allow
agree.
them to have that security blanket to go out. And when you're making that kind of money, then it's easier. This is what I've learned. It's easier for people to go from making $3,000 every month to take some of that to go to the unilevel or the one by two of the fast start because they got
Right.
money coming in every month. You see what I'm saying? Now, I'm pretty sure John has mentioned that you can do this thing, like I told you yesterday, you can do it 1,000 ways. It's just no one way that you can come in and do it, but you have to see the big picture of how what he has put together. And I think
Right.
once people see this, and understand that. That's how come I'm saying maybe we can get together and maybe we can get John and on the call and just break down this for you and Shirley so you guys can have a little bit more of a broader view. Then if you want to take the way that you're talking about, you can do it that way because I don't limit everybody in my group. Some people are building different than the way I build. You see what I'm saying? My goal
Right.
is to get them on all of the plans, whatever way that they want to take, then do it. That's what's so good about this program. And John has given us the freedom to be able to do that. So
Right.
I'll
No,
just stop
we
it.
were, James, we were, Shirley and I were talking today, and we're trying to put together a time in the next 24 to 48 hours to you're 3 hours behind us.
Yeah,
So we wanna make sure that we have enough time to spend together,
sure.
and we thought we'd have that all ironed out tomorrow.
Okay, that's
I,
fine.
I'd be
And
happy.
John,
Yeah,
is it possible, John, for you to
I'd be
be on the
happy to meet
call?
with you. Yeah, I'd be more than happy to meet with you.
Good.
Uh, Let me make a comment and then ask you a question. Uh, we need a presenter for the discount and charity club. It'd be great if we had a call going weekly, bi-weekly, something like that, where the people that want to build that particular part of the program, they could be there and bring people to it. Now the question, if we were to have one button that would put you into two compensation plans, and so for example, instead of being $10, it'd be $20. You push one button, make the $20 purchase, it puts you into two compensation plans. Would that
I love,
simplify it?
I love it.
To me,
I love
that's a great idea, John.
Great
Yeah,
idea.
I like that.
Okay,
I like
Yeah,
it.
most definitely.
so that's what I woke up to this morning. Uh, so yeah,
That's,
give me a week and we'll see what we can have put together.
John, we would have never won the War of 1812 if it took a week. I'll give you 24 hours.
That was rich.
And
No,
something else, John.
Uh-huh.
The saying goes that you can make a lot of money, but money can't buy you happiness, but it can buy you a boat.
You can buy you
yeah,
a boat.
yeah,
Dr. K is a testimony to that.
That's
yeah.
right. That's what brought that to my mind because I've heard that for years, and I've heard it all my life. Just about that you can make a lot of money, can't buy happiness, but it can buy you a boat.
That's right.
Love it.
Oh, that's good. That's good. Yeah.
Uh,
Well, no, take your time, John. Just teasing.
well, the main thing is we're having fun, right?
Yeah, that's the main thing.
That's what it's all about.
That's what
That's
it's
what
all
it's
about.
all about.
Yeah,
You know, this is really such a fun industry if you treat it right.
yeah,
My
yeah.
best friends, my very best friends, I've met through network marketing.
Uh-huh.
They're closer, many of these people are closer to me than family.
Uh,
Just, we've just built tremendous relationships, going back. Um, well, one lady that's been with me 40 years, she recently passed away.
uh-huh.
But I mean, we just love each other. It's just and
Yeah.
What it's all
we may
about.
go months or even years without talking, and we pick up the phone and we talk with each other, and we get, talk for hours, just catching up. So, uh,
That's great.
we've had so much fun in this industry and made a lot of money too.
Yeah, that's right. I agree. I
Yeah,
agree. It's a great industry.
made a lot of money with Herbalife. That was a great company.
It was a great company, wasn't
Mark
it?
Hughes, yeah,
Yeah. Until Mark got on the bad side of it.
yeah.
Yeah. And he and Kenny Rogers were two of a kind. I can tell you that. When I was when I was invited out to corporate school, if you remember those days,
Hmm.
um, I thought to myself, even though we had a magnificent home, it was I it was of course, in California, I think that's the way a lot of people live. you
Hmm.
know, and but it was absolutely crazy the way that these guys were doing things, in my opinion.
Yeah.
But they made a lot of money.
Yep. All right. Any more questions, comments? Hey, this has been a great call. Appreciate all of the input. This is what really makes our calls more rich, if you will. The comments, the
Brings you
questions, the
together more.
yeah. Yeah, this is what really creates the
Yeah,
community
that
is
yeah.
is this
If you hadn't got
interaction.
the love and the care and wanting to help someone, then you don't need to be in.
Yeah.
And
All
you need
right.
to make sure that it's your time. Now is your time.
Hmm. Okay, so yeah, feel free to reach out to me anytime. My evenings, I'm in the Philippines, so this is my mornings. My
Yes.
mornings are your evenings. That's the best time to reach me,
Mhm.
typically. So yeah, I look forward to sitting down and we can talk more and for everybody on the call, I'm always open to ideas and input, and that's really if I've got a legacy, it's really that I've always been willing to pick up the phone and talk to anybody, and I mean anybody. Uh, so I don't put anybody into a class above, one above another. To me, everybody is a human being, my brother, my sister. I love you all equally. So, don't hesitate to reach out to me. With that, let's go ahead and wrap it up. We built BDM to give you cash flow and timing so you can step into the biggest wealth wave of our lifetime. The pay it forward plan is your bridge. It moves you fast, positions you early, and sets you up to build a legacy. You've hoped, you've prayed, you've searched, you've waited. Now it's time to move. So don't let this moment pass you by. Join the mission, sow the seed, get in the flow. Better Deals and Money isn't just our name, it's our mission. Welcome to BDM. Let's build something that lasts. God bless and have a great evening.
Thanks, John.
Thank
Thank
you.
you.